Well, welcome to our extended version of our Mt Barrow video. When you are coming from Launceston, this is a turn-off sign that you'll be looking for. Don't worry, I'll offer more details as we go along. As you can see here, the first part of the road is well compacted and wide enough to pass other cars coming from the other way. It does get a little bit tighter, and I'll show you how tight it can be when you come across another car, especially when they are not trying to stay as close to the left as possible. Once you turn off the Tasman Highway, it's about 11 kilometres to the picnic day area that you've just seen here, the picnic day use area, and you'll have little difficulty getting up to this point. But you still got to watch out for traffic coming the other way. It's after this point that you go through those gates where it starts to get a little bit tricky. And you will have to be prepared to come across other drivers like I'm about to show you now. So as you can see, he's come down the road more on the right hand side than to the left. If it were not for this little piece here where I was able to move over, we might not have been able to pass each other at all. What I have found as I travel around Tasmania, mostly on gravel roads, this is that you come across people like this bloke. A lot of them are international tourists. They're in a hire car. They're not used to keeping to the left-hand side of the road. And also, they're not used to driving on dirt and gravel roads. I've seen it a lot, and it can put you in a sticky situation. So you have to keep your wits about you and drive defensively in every situation. When I come to any corner in situations like this, I always assume there'll be someone there on my side of the road, and it happens a lot. As we've all learned from the old movie Smiley Gets a Gun, the horse always kicks and the gun is always loaded. Alrighty, so you can see here we're coming up some of these difficult parts of the road as I've been talking to you there, and I'm going to show you as much as I can in the footage here so you can get an idea of what you might be in for, or you can just enjoy the ride. There are very few places where it's easy to pass another car once you reach this particular point. After the picnic and day use area, so you have to really have your wits about you. And you'll see on these hairpin bends that there's some space if you meet someone else, but the difficulty is on the way up you're really almost taking the hairpins blind, and it's better if you've got a good co-pilot who can help you look to see what's coming, because you really can't see on the way up. On the way down it's a little bit different because you've got a better view of the road, so you can actually, for the most part, see what's coming up at you. Another thing about this road and this trip, you'll have to watch the weather. As you're about to see here, the weather at the top can be quite different to what it is below. I think it was about 10, 11 or 12 degrees when we turned off the Tasman Highway and we started up our way up Mt Barrow Road, but by the time we got to the top it was 0 degrees Celsius when we reached the lookout at the top. So the Mt Barrow lookout, which is what we're heading for here in this drive, is about 48 kilometres, just roughly, from Launceston up to the top of the Mt Barrow lookout. So when you're leaving Launceston in Northern Tasmania, you need to get onto the Tasman Highway, and you're going to travel about approximately 27 kilometres to the Mt Barrow Road turnoff, as I showed you in that still right at the beginning of the video. You're looking for that turnoff. Once you turn off the highway, it's about 11 kilometres to the day use area, and you will have little difficulty really reaching that point, to be honest. But it's after that point, which you're seeing right now, it gets a little bit tricky. So you, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but you'll have to have your wits about you. So I'll just let you look at some of this video as we continue our climb up here. I've included a lot of footage so that you can see what you're going to be in for here, and so there's not a lot of narration needed. I just wanted you to see this, so you can, like I say, enjoy it or tackle it yourself. Now this is the one sign I noticed on the way up. You're going to watch out for that one on the way down, because that is one heck of a tricky corner if you're going too fast or you haven't got your brakes underneath you. So keep an eye out for that one. So here we're coming to the top, to the Mt Barrow lookout, and I'm going to show you here. It's quite cold. Like I said, it was 0 degrees Celsius when we got to the top, and it was about so that was a drop of about 12 or 13 degrees within about 14 kilometres of travel. So it's quite cold. So we got right down to 0 degrees, and it was pretty cold up there. So you'll be able to see here on the vegetation here, it's quite frosty. It's very cold up the top, so be prepared for that. The wind was blowing just a slight breeze. It wasn't too bad, but when you got out of the car, it was very cold. Anyway, there's Mt Barrow. That's the top there. We didn't get out and do too much, but one of the benefits, I'm going to let you know this straight up, one of the benefits of visiting the top of Mt Barrow is when you get up there, you've had a great ride, you've had a great time, you might have stopped and had a look around. If you find that your co-pilot is annoying you, you can just drive off and leave them there. Of course, I'm not recommending that, but I just thought I might throw that in. I'm going to show you the road on the way down. It's actually a little bit easier because you can, for the most part, as I said before, you can see if somebody else is coming up, but you still got to have your wits about you. You can't miscalculate the bends or the brakes, or you risk going over the edge, so you've got to be careful. So I might just shut up for a minute here and let you watch this part as we go down, so you get an idea of some of the corners. You just take it easy. Don't want to go over the edge there. I will point out that sometimes this road can be closed due to inclement weather, and I believe there's times when you can only come up if you've got a four-wheel drive. So just be aware of that before you set off as well, because it might be you get out here and you find you can't get up due to the gates being closed. Alrighty, well I might leave it there for the narration part. If you like this video and you want to see more material, we've got lots of material of different places that we visited in Tasmania and more that we plan to visit. This is just another angle on this one here. But if you like what you see here, give us a like, give us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Ask us any questions. We'll try and help you if we can in the comment section. And as I say, keep an eye out for our up and coming videos. We've got more, some a little bit more tame than this, maybe some just exciting, but we're just doing this. We're not monetizing or anything like this. We're really just doing this to share our adventures with our friends and family and for you, and so you can decide whether you might like to try some of these things that we've done, or just for you to enjoy our beautiful island state of Tasmania. So I'll leave it there for now. So this is GK and my co-pilot signing out. All the best and hooroo.